Okay, and we are back. I was making a couple of fixes. Um, we are set to have uh, All-Star Pro. Let's take a look at the info. All-Star Pro will be based in the Midwest, and we will have a Trueborn loyalty with the Young Lion system. Uh, so that will be the case there. And I have also made the decision to do a 3 ring circus. What that is, that you have a little bit of everything on your shows so that you can please most of the audience, which is designed to appeal to all manner of wrestling fans in the West, whether it's they want the entertainment aspect, that whether they want more of the actual pure like wrestling, or they want the hardcore matches or the strong style matches, or really just giving people a variety of different things. It is all tied together with bold gimmicks and storylines. Now, I personally won't be really doing very many like actual storylines. I'll just kind of throw things at you guys and talk about what exactly the people said. We will not be having faces or heels. It will be every person for themselves. We will have tag teams and stuff, so I know that's going to be a little confusing, but we will not have a weight split. I set the mini division to large to both the men and women's mini division, mainly because I'm not sure if I'll be hiring any minis, but if I do, then it's really not that big of a deal if I sign the minis. And yeah, that is how that's gonna go. I'm sure you also already noticed that we will be having intergender wrestling with All Star Pro. So yeah, that'll be happening as well. Um, I've already signed a couple of people. I've got a decent roster already. Texas Hangman, he's somebody I've had my eye on for a little bit. He was actually unemployed, so he is not employed with any company, so that was pretty cool to see. And he's young. He's 23, so with pretty decent skills. Not gonna lie, his skills aren't terrible. And he's only gonna continue to get better and better. And he's 6'7", 344 pounds. Jesus, that's a huge dude. And for one of the women, I was able to grab Allie Perks. She's not bad either. She's got really good stamina, really good athleticism. She's a young lion at 21, so she's just going to be one of our stars that we can hopefully build. Uh, Pun intended, not intended. I don't know. But she's got a lively personality type as well. And what that means is that she's an upbeat individual and has a positive natural impact on the backstage environment. The negative morale effects on these people are quite dampened, and the positive morale effects are quite amplified. She has an increased chance of creating positive backstage incidents. So that is pretty good to see as well. And then there's, I'm going to look at a veteran that I think will do decent. I can't remember who's all a veteran. Phenomenal E. He's a veteran. 21 years of experience. He's a technician flyer. He's 5'10" at 209 pounds. So he's got really good fundamentals. And he's got the psychology and the experience. I could probably make him a road agent if I really wanted. There you go. So, and he's based in the Midwest as well, so that really means he will not be needing to, we will not need to cover his travel. Those are just a couple of names that I have managed to sign. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the popularity. We have 10 popularity in the Midwest, 2 in the Southeast, 4 in the Great Lakes, 4 in Mid-South, and 4 at Northwest. We have 1 at Southwest, Tri-State, Mid-Atlantic, and then 0 at New England, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii in the United States. We've got 2 popularity at Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario, and 1 popularity at Quebec, Alberta, and British Columbia, and 0 in the Maritimes in Canada. 0 at Occidente, Centro, Sur, Sureste, and we've got 1 at Noreste and Noroccidente. There we go. And everywhere else, there is no popularity. That's just the spillover. Most of that is just the spillover. So we're at insignificant, and we're trying to build our way to the top. That's really what this is all about. And our first event will be ASP Night of Legends. And it will be our season finale. We're going to end up making Night of Legends our WrestleMania or Super Bowl or our biggest show of the year. For this first year, though, we're just trying to get for the first few shows, though, we're just trying to get the popularity up and hopefully not lose too much money. That's really where we're going with that. I probably can also hire some people for commentary now. Dane O'Hara is really our only commentator right now, it looks like. I wonder if I could make myself on commentary. I'm gonna take a look at that right now, actually. She doesn't... No, she is not a commentator. Okay, cool. That's perfectly fine. I can... It looks like she's a road agent now, too. I want to show you the referees that I have currently. And I'll show you the road agents as well. So I've got Andy Gordy, Brett Graveson, Clarence Garcia, and Dale Kenny as our referees. The referees don't have gimmicks, but that's fine. I don't really care. I will probably end up giving them gimmicks, though, just because I don't know if gimmick effects are amplified at 3 Ring Circus product. I'm pretty sure they are, so I probably will end up giving the referees gimmicks. I'll take a look at the road agents now. We've got Phenomenal E, and I made him road agent, so that'll help us out with him wrestling while also putting up on matches for the other nights of the show.
That'll save some money and that'll probably help us out. He's got pretty good psychology and really good experience, so that he should do a good job putting matches together. I made my and then my user avatar, Steffi Chi. She's got 71 psychology and 100 experience, so she's really good too. I didn't realize she was a road agent either. I thought she was just a wrestler, but oh, cool. And Tamara McFly, she has 71 psychology and 100 experience. I just realized that I signed her and she's based in Manitoba. So she is probably somebody I'm going to have to get rid of already. But maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. She's only $30 a show, so that's probably like 50 extra dollars, so like $80 a show. So I'll probably still keep her. If I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. So I'm going to simulate until I get more contracts signed, and I'll let you know who all signed. So there you go there. Sorry, I was trying to click the pause button. Okay, for real, I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and it looks like pretty much everybody signed a contract with me. We've got Axel Brown, Jules Knight, Rowdy Ryan Robertson, Gregory Chapman, that's a referee, Coach Norman's a referee, Rick Sanders, Terry Smith, Jana Marie Bowen, Mello Flashheart, Wild Red Stallion, Too Hot, Taylor Kidd, Stan Mana, Primetime Jack Pride, Phil Anders, Original Sinner, Mosher, Joe Gilbert, Harvey Robinfield, Flying Patriot, Dr. Funkenstein, and Dirty Frank. So yeah, we managed to sign everybody. Not really anything going on right now in the world of pro wrestling in this save, but that's okay. So yeah, that'll be our roster for now. I forgot to take a look at the backstage area. We will make it no drugs are allowed, no alcohol is allowed, no smoking is allowed. And that's what we'll do for right now. Once we have more money, I'll think about doing catering and all that other stuff. But right now, I mean, we have money. We got a lot of it. But we are not very popular, and we're probably going to end up losing money to start off for most of the save, which I've done local to globals or road to Titanic or whatever you want to call it. I've done a couple of these before. I know how this works. I haven't done one in the Cornellverse yet, so that might be a challenge, but I'm confident in myself. So we've got Dane O'Hara and Terry Smith as our commentators. They're both pretty good in play-by-play and color, so that should help us out. I'll take a look at the booking team. We've got myself in the booking team. I'm gonna try and see if I can find anybody that is willing to join. So let's see. We got a couple of people we could throw in. Looks like we could throw in Dr. Funkenstein, who's at 78. The 22-year-old. Sure, we'll add him. We'll see what happens. We'll add in Too Hot as well, because he is 77. So we got Dr. Funkenstein, Too Hot, and myself. Looks like we could throw in Suki Kawamata as well. So my booking skill is currently 84, and everybody else is at least 70. And everyone's on probationary period until Saturday, March 5th. I think that's okay because our first event is March 24th, so that's not a problem. And we're at January 4th. I will book my first show on this episode. I'm not going to do what everybody else does and just sign people and be like, okay, that's the end of the episode. I will be doing other stuff as well, so don't worry about that. But I'm just really trying to make sure I get all the people I can. So I'm going to the inner circle, and we're going to... I don't really care if they're active, but we'll exclude the ill-suited candidates for the locker room leader. Excuse me. Sorry, I just ate not that long ago, so we'll do for locker room leader. I'll add Dirty Frank, Joe Gilbert, and we'll do Jaina Marie Bowen for now. See how they do as locker room leaders. Sorry, wrong thing. Locker room leaders are the core workers who are known to have your ear. Their impact on the locker room environment is heightened, which can both be a pro or con depending on whether they're having a positive or negative effect. Having two or more locker room leaders who don't get on can be particularly damaging to the atmosphere backstage. Good locker room leaders tend to be well-respected, positive role models who are taken care of so that their morale doesn't get too low. They also need to have experience of being in the ring, so should be either an active wrestler or a retired wrestler. So I threw in 3 people just to see how that goes. If it ends up being a problem, I'll probably get rid of somebody. Chief enforcers, they impose discipline on the backstage area, lowering the chance of backstage fights breaking out, people turning up late, etc. The downside is the power may go to some people's heads, negatively impacting their behavior, and that they're more likely to fall out with those that misbehave. Good enforcers tend to be tough, and it can help if they are well respected too. So I probably won't throw out a chief enforcer because I'm too worried about people's morale being low. And I made sure to sign people that won't start fights. I know that still happens anyway. Some people get emotional. I understand how that works, but I'm probably not going to throw out any chief enforcers, at least for right now. I won't do a head of talent relations. They are a buffer or human shield between you and the locker room. They automatically handle all but the most major locker room incidents on your behalf, and any blowback will go towards them, not you. The major downside is that you hand over some of your autonomy. You'll no longer get a choice in how most locker room incidents are handled, and so may end up with outcomes you wouldn't have chosen, although they will never suspend or fire anybody without your consent. Additionally, by the nature of the job, the head of talent relations have an outside effect on the backstage area. If they're doing a poor job, it can have huge ramifications on the backstage area. And a good head of talent relations is well respected. They have a professional or people-oriented personality, and they're not currently active. Due to the extra workload and high level of responsibility, holding this position means the worker will have much higher wage demands. So for a couple of reasons, I will not be doing a head of talent relations. I will not be doing a morale officer. They're in charge of marketing the backstage area a happy place. Oh, sorry, not marketing, making. I'm sorry. The benefit of having a morale officer is that their own positive impact on the backstage area is amplified, and that they'll lessen penalties incurred by anyone who is feeling isolated. They increase chances of positive events like organized video game tournaments or karaoke. The downsides are if they become unhappy, it will have a much worse impact than usual and can spread quickly to other people. They may end up clashing with unhappy workers or those with negative personalities. Good morale officers have people-oriented personalities and strong morale. And when I've tried to make people a morale officer before, and it doesn't go well. So I'm not gonna do it. A senior road agent. The senior road agent is in charge of the road agent corps and has ultimate responsibility for making sure the booker's instructions are carried out. The person chosen will get regular morale boosts for being in power and will have a tendency to develop positive relationships with the booking team. The downside is the power can go to some people's head, negatively impacting their behavior over time. If there is only one road agent in the company, this role does nothing. A good senior road agent should be good at their job and have a professional or people-oriented personality. Due to the extra workload, this position means the worker will have slightly higher wage demands. So I will put in a senior road agent. I'm not sure who I want to do though. I'm not sure if I want to do Brett Graveson, Dane O'Hara, Dirty Frank, Tamara McFly, or Terry Smith. I think I'm gonna do Dane O'Hara. This may end up biting me because somebody may end up being like, "Oh, why'd you make him the senior road agent?" Well, oh wait, that's the head of talent relations. Whoops. Crap. He's annoyed now. I was wondering what was going on. So, never mind. So I already made somebody annoyed. So looks like we'll be making Phenomenal E the senior road agent. And for senior referee is basically the same thing as a senior road agent, but for referees. They're making sure the ring crew sets everything up correctly pre-show. There tends not to be downsides unless another referee gets jealous. If there is only one referee, this rule does nothing. A good senior referee has a responsible personality and the respect of his fellow referees. And again, they will want higher wage demands. So, let's see. Looks like we'll be making Brett Graveson the senior referee. And head men's trainer is in charge of running pre-show training drills for the less experienced members of the men's division and male workers whose division's unrestricted. This can help boost basic skills and make it more likely that the trainer will take on a mentor role. If there are no appropriate students, then the role has no impact. Good trainers need to be solid workers, and it helps if they have a professional or people-oriented personality. They do not need to be part of the men's division themselves. Due to the workload, they'll have slightly higher wage demands. And the same thing goes for the women, just for the women. Travel organizer is responsible for arranging travel and accommodation for workers who are not in the local area. The benefit is that the person chosen gets regular morale boosts for being given extra responsibility. The only downside is they may annoy other workers if they are irresponsible and don't do their job properly. This role is unavailable in companies of medium size or greater, as they have admin staff to handle these tasks. A good travel organizer only needs a steady personality. Due to the extra workload, they'll have slightly higher wage demands. I don't plan on having a travel organizer, and I don't plan on having a stooge, because those guys basically are your snitches, and things go down really badly. So I will do a head men's trainer. We'll of course bring in the ill-suited candidates. Looks like we'll be making Too Hot the head men's trainer. And for the head women's trainer, I think we'll do Desert Storm. We'll make Desert Storm the head women's trainer. So there's all that. I already made somebody mad, so that's fun. I'm trying to find the dude I upset. Doesn't look like he's popping up. So I will take a look at any negative morale. It's Dane O'Hara. He is currently annoyed. So I'll give him a bonus. Let's do 200. See what happens. It has resulted in a boost in morale. He's still annoyed. But I am hoping his negative morale doesn't affect anything too much. So I'll be back either until to the first show, or if there is an incident that happens, I'll let you know. I'm back. I decided to move Night of Legends to this coming Friday of the week. I moved it so that way the loading time wouldn't take forever, number one. And number two, I want to do my first show on the first episode. So we will advance on through to the next show, and then we shall be on our way to Night of Legends. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this will go, how this save will go, and how everything else will go. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that we can, in fact, build a pretty decently sized company. I've already got a pretty decent sized roster, so we should be doing pretty well. At least for now. Other companies may end up taking my workers to exclusive deals or something too. I know I gotta be careful about that as well. And I know I probably shouldn't be
confident yet. We haven't even held our first show, but I have no idea how these workers are going to do. I'm not sure how the wrestlers are going to do. I'm not sure how the road agents are going to do or the referees. I don't know. But are you guys enjoying going? Are you guys excited like I am? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if there's any other series you want me to do. If there's anything else you want me to do. I do have another series in the works. It's another local to global for a different game. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, so we're here. And it looks like we're good to go. I want to take a look at Dane O'Hara though. If he's still upset. It looks like he is. He's still annoyed. I assume he'll be annoyed for a while after I removed him from the head of talent relations, but I really don't want to do that. I don't want to ruin the backstage environment by having a head of talent relations, so I just probably won't. I don't plan on having a stooge or any of that like that either. But yeah, let's move on to the first show. And that will be Night of Legends. Perfect. Give the night off. Permit some of your workers to take the night off. They will not affect the locker room and will be unavailable for you to use tonight and may work for other companies that employ them. I think all of my workers only work for All-Star Pro, which is good, at least for right now. That may end up changing. But I think everybody that works for me right now works only for me. So I don't really think I'll be giving anyone the night off. I probably won't use everybody, but I don't plan on giving everyone the night off. For Night of Legends 1, it says to pick a venue or location. We'll just select a generic venue to start off. Looks like there were no pre-show incidents. We don't have broadcasters, so we're not finalizing any broadcasters. Let's take a look at the team meeting. I generated a total of 70 creative energy. Dr. Funkenstein generated 40 creative energy. Too Hot generated 41. And Suki Kawamata generated 38. Let's take a look. The probationary period. They're not head booker, so that affects it too. I'm okay with having 149 total creative energy. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to exit that. That's okay. I'll spend it on the next show. And for the locker room incidents, let's take a look. Desert Storm ran pre-show training drills on 2 students, Mellow Flashheart and Allie Perks. Head men's trainer Too Hot ran pre-show training drills to work on basics and safety for 10 students. Mosher and Ryan Turner helped create a fun and relaxed atmosphere after somehow finding a karaoke machine and starting a pre-show competition. Their over-the-top duet was the highlight, according to those in attendance. Interesting. We got a party animal and wild, so that was it. Perfect. We will address the locker room too. We will inspire
for our first show. The entire locker room is now fired up and buzzing with anticipation. That should help as well with our first show, with our workers throwing out good performances. It should help. Looks like we'll have Night of Legends go on for 2 hours. And I will book our main event. You will get to see what our main event will be. We will be doing, not myself, we'll do Ryan Turner versus Stan Mana. That will be our those two will be our main event. We'll put that for 15 minutes. We'll give Ryan Turner the win, and we'll have it be a wild brawl. Open match. And that should do it. For our referee, we will have our senior referee and our senior road agent. So this should be a good main event, hopefully. And I'll be back with the rest of the card. Okay, we're back. And I have made the card for ASP Night of Legends, and we'll get started with the show. In our opening contest, there was superb wrestling but little heat. Jules Knight defeated Ricky Turner in 8 minutes 22 seconds by pinfall with a time for bed. Jules Knight got a 48, my god, and Ricky Turner got a 38. Both gimmicks were great and very good. They have pretty good chemistry, so that definitely helped. It got the crowd hotter, and the match got the show off to a really good start. We already got a 48 for our first ever match of this save. I'm a little worried for the rest of the show now. But, yeah. This was just supposed to be a matchup that was supposed to get the crowd talking. And it definitely got the crowd talking. It looks like 78 people decided to show up to our first event, which is nice. That'll give us something in ticket sales. We've got the Fatal 4-Way now. Dr. Funkenstein versus Golden Delicious versus Cheech Kong versus Tsuki Kawamata. We got Dr. Funkenstein's gimmick was adequate. Golden Delicious, her gimmick was great. Cheech Kong, his gimmick was poor. That's unfortunate. And Tsuki Kawamata's gimmick was very good. The crowd heat at the end was white hot. We got a 35 in segment rating. That's pretty good to see. The match got the crowd hotter. Golden Delicious defeated Dr. Funkenstein, Cheech Kong, and Tsuki Kawamata in 10 minutes 4 seconds when Golden Delicious pinned Dr. Funkenstein. Something to note, the pre-show speech that I did, the Inspire, is part of the reason why people are getting higher record performances. I don't think it affects it too much, but it definitely does something. Cheech Kong was the best performer of the night with a 40. And Dr. Funkenstein and Tsuki Kawamata had 26 and 27. And Golden Delicious had an in-ring performance of 32. So who knows? But good, pretty decent matchup. Jerry Pepper took on Ali Perks. An bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Jerry Pepper defeated Ali Perks in 8 minutes and 54 seconds by pinfall with a pile driver. Jerry Pepper got an in-ring performance of 32. Ali Perks had an in-ring performance of 25. Our young lion, she had an in-ring performance of 25. That's not bad at all. Jerry Pepper's gimmick was awful. Ali Perks, her gimmick was very good. And Jerry Pepper seemed off his game. So, yeah. The segment rating got a 32. And then we go down to the backstage area. Original Sinner, he's just walking around and he's ready to potentially wrestle his first match of the first night at All-Star Pro Night of Legends. But then Desert Storm comes out of nowhere and starts beating the crap out of him. And he throws him onto the wall. He picks him up and scoop slams him onto a table. And he's just continuing on this assault until finally security takes Desert Storm away. And then Desert Storm says to Original Sinner, "Me and you, one-on-one, next month." This is interesting how that will go. Desert Storm got a very good gimmick, and Original Sinner got a great gimmick. And for our first ever angle, it got a 40. My God. It looks like we're doing well so far. We're doing really well for ourselves so far, it looks like. And Buzz Reed will take on Jason Patterson after that very crazy attack that we saw. An bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Buzz Reed defeated Jason Patterson in 8 minutes and 43 seconds by pinfall with a termination slam. Buzz Reed got an in-ring performance of 26. Jason Patterson had an in-ring performance of 36. Buzz Reed's enforcer gimmick was great. Jason Patterson's good old Southern boy gimmick was adequate. The segment rating altogether got a 35. And so there's that. And I'm about ready to move on to the next thing. The show's been pretty good so far. No terrible matches or terrible angles so far, which is good to see. Hopefully that'll increase our popularity. And now we have a fatal 5-way in a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. After the attack from Original Sinner, he was originally supposed to be in the match, but Desert Storm replaced him. In a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Desert Storm got the win over Primetime Jack Pride, Phenomenal E, TJ Bailey, and Wild Red Stallion in 10 minutes and 2 seconds when Desert Storm pins Primetime Jack Pride with a ground strike. Looks like Wild Red Stallion was the weak link. He had a 26. Desert Storm had a 40. TJ Bailey had a 38. Phenomenal E had a 47. My God. And Primetime Jack Pride had a 36. Wild Red Stallion's gimmick was poor. Primetime Jack Pride's gimmick was very good. Phenomenal E's gimmick was great. And TJ Bailey's gimmick was adequate. And Wild Red Stallion was really off his game. So the match got a 42. So that was another great match that we saw there. On to the next segment. There was an interview that took place where we saw Ellie Mae Walton and Mercutio Sleep. They ended up cutting a promo with Texas Hangman just basically sitting there as the menace. He was just mostly sitting around making sure that nobody attacks Ellie Mae Walton or Mercutio Sleep. And basically, Ellie Mae Walton and Mercutio Sleep, they mentioned that they are here to make an impact at All Star Pro, and that they managed to bring in Texas Hangman as their bodyguard, and that Texas Hangman will be making sure that nothing happens to Ellie Mae Walton and Mercutio Sleep. And Ellie Mae Walton, she then references that All Star Pro is not safe. No one is safe from us. Texas Hangman's gimmick was adequate. Ellie Mae Walton's gimmick was great. Mercutio Sleep's gimmick was very good. Ellie Mae Walton does not have the microphone skills to be talking for 9 minutes. That's fair. And she did not do well without a script to follow. Mercutio Sleep improvised well, though. So we got our first not great segment with an 18. That's fine. I wasn't really trying to do anything too much. I was just trying to throw out an angle, build up Texas Hangman mostly. Texas Hangman and them actually have a match later on in the night. And it's happening right now. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. The trio that we have now developed, they defeated Jana Marie Bowen, myself, and Joe Gilbert in 15 minutes and 39 seconds, with Ellie Mae Walton pinning Jana Marie Bowen with a barnstormer. Texas Hangman, the new bodyguard for Walton and Sleep, he was the best performer of the night. I mean, of the match, and so far of the entire show. So Texas Hangman is somebody to watch out for. Mercutio Sleep and Walton had 38s and 30. Joe Gilbert, Steffi Chi, that's myself, and Jana Marie, 35, 33s. Jana Marie's gimmick was great. My gimmick was adequate, and Joe Gilbert's gimmick was adequate. So the 42 there, and a 13. The crowd still getting hot, which is great to see. On to the next segment. And after the loss between Joe Gilbert, myself, and Jana Marie Bowen, Jana does not say anything. She's just very upset by the loss that she cannot say anything. And Joe Gilbert and I, we talk about what we did wrong and how we could do better next time, basically. I improvised well throughout this segment, and Joe Gilbert did not do well without a script to follow. It was an average backstage promo. which is fine. It got a 22. So that's fine. And for our main event, in a wild brawl that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Rockin' Ryan Turner defeated Stan Mana in 15 minutes 29 seconds by pinfall with a 6-string shooter. That's our first main event ever. And the match gets a 46. We have Rockin' Ryan Turner with an in-ring performance of 43, so the right man got the win, as Stan Mana had an in-ring performance of 40. So Rockin' Ryan Turner, he was the right call to get the victory. And Ryan Turner's gimmick was adequate. Stan Mana's gimmick was very good. That's great to see. We had our best crowd rating as well. I believe that's our best match of the night as well, which is good. We want our main event to be the best match. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what happened. The show got a 44. And no, our opening contest was the best match of the night with a 48. Interesting. I did not see that coming. The show got a 44, but there were no popularity changes. That's weird. But the show benefited from having 3 different angles. So that's good to see. And yeah, that's unfortunate. But let's see how we do. Let's address the locker room. We will definitely be putting over Texas Hangman. He is our best performer of the night, and I think we're going to put over Jules Knight. Praise for a great performance for both of them. Okay, no injuries, so we're good there. Financial report. Let's see. Ticket sales were 624. We got $16 in merch. That's fine. I'm trying to upgrade the merchandise, so hopefully, as we do more shows and upgrade the merch, hopefully the merchandise will go up. I'm pretty sure it will. We spent $2,060 in workers. That's not bad at all. Show costs was $342. And we got $75 in marketing. There are no broadcasters. So we lost $1,837. That's not bad at all. Considering that we still got a crap ton of money. I did that. I'm completely fine with that result. Little bummed that we did not gain any popularity, but that's okay. Hopefully within our next show, now that people are tuning in, possibly, hopefully we'll start gaining popularity within our next show. I'm not really sure what I did wrong. But maybe I didn't do anything wrong and they just didn't increase popularity. I don't know. Sometimes they just don't increase in popularity and there's no real reason for it. And that's okay. But let's take a look at the merchandise now. We are 50% of the way to level 2. We are at Ramshackle right now. At this level, your merchandise is virtually non-existent. What little merchandise you do offer is homemade and sold only at shows during the intermission. The company does not make worker-specific merch. Instead, workers are allowed to bring their own merch and sell that during intermission. At the live shows, you can expect to make an average of around 20 cents per fan in attendance. So yeah, with 79 fans in attendance and getting like $16, that's a little bit over 20 cents per fan. That's like, I think 50 cents or $1 per fan. Well, it's no, 20 cents is probably about what's right. It's probably more like 25 cents, but anyway, the progress is going up, and I'm not really sure why we have live wire. Yeah, there we go. Live wire will be on, I think we'll do live wire Thursday, February 10th. Wait, no, Friday, February 11th, actually. And also, I forgot to mention that Original Sinner and Desert Storm will be wrestling each other at Live Wire after the attack that happened. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, that is the first episode. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the series. If there's any other series you want me to do within any other games or with TW9, let me know. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is All Star Productions, and we are booking All Star Pro to hopefully one day become the best promotion in this game.